and gentlemen, welcome back again here on a Tuesday night for the Cyber Thunder Racing League Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series, coming at you live from Atlanta Motor Speedway, the old version of Atlanta, I might add. So tonight we got to watch for a lot of things. Tire wear is going to be a big one, especially at a track like at old Atlanta. It's hot, the track is very rough. Drivers have 5 sets of tires laying on pit road for this one. Probably going to need most of them. Stages tonight, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be 35 and 70. However, remember, if a caution comes out from lap 30 to 35, that'll end the stage. From 65 to 70, that will end the stage. Top times are at the left-hand portion of your screen right now. It's showing Cody Heinzman top of the board with a 30.94. But don't look now, you also have Brett Wright up there. It's going to be showing the number 54, I believe, tonight on the truck. 36 on timing and scoring. Not a big deal. But he's also up there in the same bracket with Cody Heinzman. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Andy Court, driver of the number 41, for sponsoring tonight's race. It's the Dixieland Delight 200 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's going to be an interesting one here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as we have, once again, 43 drivers. And as I was hearing in the drivers' meeting, we're going to have maybe, I believe it is, 2 starting parks tonight for just points. So keep an eye out for that as well. Corey Sherman is running tonight, Tanner. I see you out in chat. He is running tonight. Again, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, chat it up tonight. Let me know you're out there. Let me know who you're rooting for. Thank you for tuning in to TSP here tonight for the Cyber Thunder Racing League. We're 3 subscribers away from 700. So if you guys could help us out with that, we'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. See, Tanner's out there saying he's going for Corey Sherman victory lane tonight. Bookmark it here. I mean, it's possible. 43 drivers, a lot can happen tonight here at Atlanta. I love this version of Atlanta. You really, really got to be patient here. Baby them tires. The thing I've been noticing is a lot of different lines are probably going to be ran tonight. You got high, you got low, you got middle. This league has not disappointed thus far. So it's going to be an awesome night. Thank you all for tuning in again here on a Tuesday night. With that being said, you know what time it is, everybody. If you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Give him a subscription, help him out. He supplies a lot of the music here on True Sim Productions, if not all of it. So it helps him out and it helps us out. That's Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Cody Heinzman out in chat says, for clarification, Brett Wright is the 54, but the in-sim number is messed tonight. Not a problem. We know that. We'll call him as the 54. Not a big deal. As we go ahead and head into qualifying, drivers are going to have 5 minutes here tonight. We're taking a look at Dennis Nickel, 00. Jay Zola out in chat every week. Glad to see out here, Jay. He's going for Zola and Cardulo. And I do want to point out, before we actually started the national anthem, Cardulo went to the top of the board as the fastest driver. So 00. Carolina Pro Clean Toyota out on track. Running that top line, probably going to have to build as much momentum as possible here tonight on that first lap. A lot of drivers are out on track, ladies and gentlemen, so we're only going to be able to get a handful as Cardulo goes top of the board, 31.14 fast time. Take a look at Nichols' first lap here. It's going to be good enough for second at 31.15. We switched over to Landon Cardulo, who is top of the charts right now. Dalton Kilroe just knocked him off, 31.13. But remember, a lot of these drivers are running that top line here to start off. Cardulo, quick time, 30.85 for the number 38. Let's see if he can hold it as more second lap times are starting to roll in. Let's take a look at the number 14 of Dalton Kilroe, who was just at the top of the board on his first lap. Let's see what he can do on his second, out of turn number 4 and across the line for the number 14. It's good enough for fourth, a 30.97 for Dalton Kilroe. He gets bumped down to 6 as more times start to come in. Wildman 2.0, as me and Tanner like to call him. That's Scott Clemens Baker in the number 42. Third quickest with a 30.90. Corey Sherman, we know that's who Tanner's going for here tonight. Currently 31st with a 32.17. Let's see what Corey can do here on his second lap. Drivers only have about 2 minutes to go before qualifying wraps up, and we go ahead and roll on to the grid. Out of turn 4 to cross live for the number 3 of Corey Sherman. Savage Edge Graphics Toyota Tundra. He only bumps up to 30th, a 31.23. So Corey Sherman going to have to start near the rear of the field. Not what you like to see. Cody Heinzman was one of the faster drivers in practice, only able to go to a 30.92. It's good enough for 5th. But Chris Harefield actually gets provisional pole right now with a 30.85 for the 18 of Chris Harefield. Tom Richer, league owner, just finished up his run. See, we got Jimmy Geikis on his second lap in that number 88. Menards Ford on his second lap here, currently 35th out on the charts. It's going to do a 31.14, good enough for 27th position, as we got Jason Higginbottom out here as well, showing 44 in the truck, 40 on timing and scoring. So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Same with Geikis, he was shown 19 on timing and scoring, but 88 on the truck. We're going to call it as we see on the truck numbers tonight. Higginbottom jumps up to 7th. Good run there, 30.93 for Higginbottom. So only got about 30 seconds left to go. Greg Mitchell just finished up his run. That's last week's winner in that number 55. That RC Racing Chevy Silverado. Just doing an extra lap here, probably for extra practice, but a 31.04 for Greg Mitchell. The thing with Mitchell is we've seen him at Vegas too, ladies and gentlemen. He was very, very fast there. Worked his way up through the field, so we're going to have to see what he can do here at Atlanta. Got Philip Van Vliet out in chat saying he's pulling for TNA Motorsports. The Lone Dutchman. Hate to see you not out here, Philip. Wish you were. That wraps up qualifying. Looks like Chris Harefield is going to be starting on the pole for this one tonight. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go through that grid. Chris Hairfield's going to be starting on the pole here tonight with Landon Cardulo to his outside. Brett Wright's going to be starting in third with Scott Clemens Baker rolling off fourth. Cody Heinzman going to be starting in fifth with Tom Richard to his outside in sixth. Jason Higginbottom going to be starting in seventh. Mike Stiverson in eighth. Reed Wyman in ninth to his outside. Eric Anderson in the 43. In 11th, Gary Bowman to his outside. Dalton Kilrow going to be starting in 12th. Moving on down. Rick Thompson, RT76, going to be starting 13th. Derek Paulson in 14th. Christy Rose going to be starting 15th to his outside. Jacob Zola in the 25. Andrew Caldwell going to be starting 17th with Ed Jurgen to his outside in 18th. Greg Mitchell going to be starting in 19th. Dennis Nickel in 20th. Stephen F. Burnett going to be starting in 21st with George Cushman starting 22nd. Chris Dorsey going to be starting 23rd to his outside. Dustin Ping. Kevin Fetty going to be starting 25th. Ray Richer in 26th. Jackie Brandon in 27th. Jimmy Geikus in 28th. Andy Cork 29th to his outside. Daniel Reinbold in the number 33. Steven Music going to be starting 31st. Brian Dorsey in 32nd. Nathan Dufton in 33rd. Corey Sherman in 34th. Mike Donahue 35th. And Jason Dinsmore in 36th. 37th. Dave Gainforth. Amanda Sherman, that number 88, going to be starting in 38th. Michael Murphy Jr. going to be starting 39th with Fred Thompson. Glad to see he made the field in 40th. Doug Wysocki going to be starting 41st. Matt Kopp in 42nd. And shotgun on the field tonight, the number 35 of Gary Wright. Family in South Carolina. Well, have a safe trip, Philip. We'll see you out here next week. Three trucks. Man, I love these big fields. Makes for great racing out here. Everybody's going to get lined up, ready to go for this one. The field's going to roll through turns 3 and 4. 137 laps, 43 drivers. It's the Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series from the Cyber Thunder Racing League. It's the Dixieland Delight 200. It's time to get it on here at Old Atlanta. Pace car drops down to pit road. Chris Hairfield leads them down to the green flag. Green flag is out. We're racing here in Atlanta. Let's get it on. Good launch there for the number 18 as we go barreling down into turns 1 and 2. He's going to slide up in front of the 38 of Cardulo. Cardulo is going to move down to the bottom side of the racetrack and sit down. Oh, Cardulo, big time sideways there. We're going to be 3 wide early. Coming off at turn number 2 down the backstretch. That's Scott Clemens Baker up on the top side. You got Brett Wright down there on the bottom. Heinzman following through. Cardulo lost about 4 spots right there on the initial start, getting loose like that. Time sideways there through 1 and 2 for Cardulo, but he keeps it going. We're going to be 3 wide again. No, Tom Richard thinks better of it in that number 34 on the high side. Lap 2 of 137. You see the field rolling through turns 1 and 2. Heinzman takes it all the way up to the top side of the racetrack, trying to get a run down the back straight on the outside of Brett Wright. One back there getting loose. That was Rick Thompson, the number 76. Big time loose out of turn number 4. He catches it. We stay green. Back up front, Hairfield starting to pull away just a little bit, but Scott Clemens Baker is now up to second. Side by side for third as we got Heinzman up top and Brett Wright on the bottom. Cardulo trying to make a move, trying to find a gap between these 2 drivers. Remember, stage 1's going to end at lap 35. Drivers can only do about 33 laps on a tank of fuel. We have to keep that in mind because if they go green the whole way to the stage, we're going to be seeing some green flag pit stops before this thing ends. In the first stage. Starting to single file out just a little bit though as you see Cardulo up on the top side of Brett Wright trying to take away that 5th spot. 4 spot, sorry. Richard right behind the 54. Fastest lap time last time by was Cody Heinzman in the number 28, 31.13. All over the back bumper, that number 18 as we go back down into turns 3 and 4. Heinzman running the top side of the racetrack in 1 and 2, bottom side in 3 and 4. Trying to keep the momentum built up in that truck. Little 3-wide action going on back here. Derek Paulson, Jason Higginbottom, and Jacob Zolla in the mix here. Now Dalton Kilrow going to the bottom, trying to make it 3-wide. Dalton sides up the track, had to get out of the gas. You saw the flames come out of the tailpipes, almost got into, I believe that's 24, Chris Rose. And don't look now, here comes Greg Mitchell. Last week's winner put on an absolute tear at COTA. Already up 5 spots here, sitting in the 15th position. We got to go back up towards the front. Looks like we almost got a battle for the race lead right now. Cody Heinzman has a good run coming off the corner. They're going to be side by side for the race lead going down the back straightaway here on lap number 6. Heinzman with the momentum on the top side has a nose ahead. Harefield, it comes down. No, they might have made a little contact right there. Just might have made just a teensy little bit of contact. Heinzman had the run though going down the back stretch. He lost it. Now it's Harefield trying to slide up in front of him. Not going to be able to get there. Heinzman with just too much momentum there up on the top side. Harefield pinches him up towards the wall, but new race leader on lap 7. Give it to Cody Heinzman in the number 28. Here comes Cardulo. He's looking on the inside of Scott Clemens-Baker right there. That's for the 3rd position. Clemens-Baker. He's in the middle of the racetrack. He's going to carry the momentum off of turn number 4, but it's still side by side as we cross the line. But give it to Clemens-Baker that time by. $33 laps is all they can do on a tank of fuel. Shout out Greg Mitchell for giving me that information before the race. Also shout out Andy Cork, driver the number 41, for sponsoring tonight's race, the Dixieland Delight 200 here at Atlanta. Starting to make some ground here on the top 2. Harefield still on the back bumper, that 28. But Cardulo is starting to catch the front 2 right now. Not too big of a gap as they run. You see Harefield going up to the top side. You see Heinzman kind of right in the middle right there as well. 1, 2, 3 breakaway, because you got to go back about a half a second to the 42 of Wildman 2.0, as we call him. Now here comes Brett right to the inside, trying to snag that 4th spot away. Ooh, big time wiggle out of that 44. That's Jason Higginbottom. He keeps it straight, but man, did he get really sideways coming off of turn number 2. Another driver we got to watch, ladies and gentlemen, is 43 of Eric Anderson. Now, Anderson had a really good run there in Vegas. He's already up 1 position so far. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but kind of maybe methodically working his way up to the field. Taking his time, babying those tires. That's what you have to do here. Atlanta, it's like a cheese grater on tires. You run too hard in the first 10 laps, you are not going to be happy later on. Remember, Dalton Kilrow had a little bit of contact with Christy Rose not too long ago. He's still managing that truck pretty well. He's on right behind his teammate. That's Derek Paulson in the number 99. Dalton trying to make a move on the 99, going to the high side, just not able to carry the momentum right now. Back up to the front, Cardulo got around Harefield, and now trying to hunt down that 28 of Cody Heinzman, the NOS Toyota Tundra leading the way. Lap 13 of 137. Laps are ticking off rather quickly here tonight. The question is, you got to make a strategy call here at some point. You can only do about 33 laps on a tank of fuel. We got 35 laps at the end of stage 1. Do you split this stage in half? Do you take fuel only? What do you do? Everybody's doing a good job keeping it straight. No cautions thus far here tonight. Let's go on in-car here with Landon Cardulo. Running that Harvick line, painting that white line down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Last time by, though, Cardulo was about 2/10 slower than Heinzman. So he's really going to have to do something different. He's going to want to catch him. We got a battle for the 3rd spot. It's Brett Wright in the 54 getting around the 18 of Harefield. Harefield burned his stuff up. Because not only that, he's going to lose a spot to Clemens Baker here in the 42. Tom Richer, league owner, looking to the inside as well, trying to push that 42 machine past the 18, and both of them trying to take this spot. Back up to the front. Cody Heinzman has kind of stepped away a little bit. One thing I did forget to do tonight, I'm going to see if I can't get it going here when we take a commercial break. In-car cameras. I know Heinzman's really good at getting himself on the in-car camera. I told him the link wouldn't change or anything, so we'll see if we can't get the in-car cameras up here tonight as well, ladies and gentlemen. I knew I was forgetting something tonight. It's been a long day. Trying to buy a house. You know how that goes. These guys putting on a great show thus far. If you look back there, Harefield, Richer, and Clemens Baker almost 3 wide through the quad oval. I tell you what, Richer needs some redemption here tonight, especially after last week. He won the incident point count last week at Coda. This week, still has 0, doing a good job. So lap 19 of 137, still a little bit of time left. Oh, 2 drivers in the outside wall, Heinzman and Cardulo. That allows Brett Wright to make a move. Here he comes looking for the race lead. And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, how hard did they hit that wall? Did that affect the handling of those trucks? Something we're gonna have to keep an eye on now. As you see Wright, he's trying to make a move for the race lead. Down to the inside. Here comes Clemens Baker. These guys may have saved their tires a little bit more. New race leader on lap number 20. Not quite just yet. And he's got it down the backstretch. Brett Wright, number 54. In that Insta360 Toyota Tundra, leading the way here at Atlanta. And we really got a good battle going on here because you see Richer, he's actually making his way in the picture as well. Cardulo, I think he may have hit the wall a little bit harder than Heinzman did because he's kind of backtracking just a little bit right now. As you see, that's Clemens Baker, Wildman 2.0, down to the inside of the 38, trying to take away that 3rd spot. Cardulo maybe had to cool them tires down or what's going on. Oh, they almost got the walk at Cardulo. Big time sideways off of 2, saves it, comes back up the track. What a save out of that 38. And there's proof. You have to take care of these tires here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You have to really baby them. Big time wiggle. We got one on pit road right now. Reed Wyman, he hit pit road. Maybe trying to pull a little strategy here. See Heisman, he was a little sideways there coming off turn number 2. Maybe that right rear kind of burned up for the number 28. As Brent Wright continues to lead the way here at Atlanta. Last lap at 32.92. He was just a little bit faster than Heisman, who ran at 33.03. Don't look now, though. League owner Tom Richer running in third. He just got around the 42 of Scott Clemens Baker. Man, he's having a really good run tonight as he looks to the inside, maybe to try and snag away second place here. Cardullo kind of got back in his rhythm now, trying something a little different, trying to make his way back up here, get them stage points. That's something we got to talk about too, ladies and gentlemen, is the points. Go ahead and bring them up on your screen for you. This is how they would look if we were to go to Milwaukee next week. Greg Mitchell leads them with 2 wins. Buddy Heisman, Chris Harefield, Dennis Nickel, Rick Thompson, Corey Sherman, Scott C. Baker, Clemens Baker, Edward Jurgen, Gary Bowman, and Philip Van Vliet. That's your top 10, or your 10 that would go into the playoffs if we went to Milwaukee next week. Speaking of Scott Clemens Baker, just got his way around the 28 of Heisman. We're on lap 26 of 137, only 10 laps to go before the end of the stage. What are these drivers going to do? We're going to be seeing pit stops here soon, I imagine. Something I'd like to point out as well, Dalton Kilrow. He's up 5 spots at the start of the race. Started back there in 12th. And he is slowly working his way up through the field. Let's see him working to the outside of Stuyvesant right there into number 20. They're trying to work around, I believe that's Reed Wyman. I'm not sure actually who that is. With the numbers being messed up, it's hard to tell. That was the number 7. It's someone who pit. I know that much. Let's see here, number 7. George Cushman. Sorry about that, George. George is currently 43rd, and he's almost 10 laps down. He's on them fresh tires. He's out here making moves. So if he can get up here, get in front of the leader, that at least gives him 1 lap back, but he is not the only person 1 lap down right now. Is Steven Music in the 09, 39th. He's the first car 1 lap down right now. Heisman has fallen back to 4th. Cardullo actually got back around Heisman. All right, here we go, lap 30. From this point on, if we get a yellow, that will be the end of the stage. Cardullo really trying to make that outside lane work. I was talking to some drivers before the race, kind of wondering what line they should be running, and the thing is, with this new iRacing update, you really can move around and see what's going to work, and I like it. I like to see these drivers searching for not only grip, but what is the fastest line currently throughout the race. The track temperature's going to change from high to low line. Brent Wright continues to lead the way. Tell you what, though, don't look now. Clemens Baker about a tenth faster than Brett Wright last time by. He might get up there and snag this stage win away. Only a couple more to go. Are they going to be able to make it? So the thing is, are they going to be able to make it? Again, I was told you can only do about 33 laps, and here we are on lap 33. And there we go. We know now. Scott Clemens Baker trying to save fuel to make it to the end of the stage. He's really saving fuel. I think that's probably why Heinzman fell back the way he did. Let's go on board here. Kind of listen to Heinzman, see what he's doing. Same thing. So everybody's trying to save fuel, but oh, we had one come in. We had two come in. Brett Wright and Cardulo both on pit road before the end of the stage. Coming to take lap 35. 42 of Clemens Baker. He's got to go around at least two more times. Maybe even three when the caution flies, of course. But don't look now, here comes Dalton Kilrow. Captain Save Fuel himself. They get across the line. The 10th place car has to cross the line. You got to keep racing. You got to keep racing until that caution comes out. Dalton Kilrow just snagged the stage win. Clemens Baker lifted. But look at Dalton's truck. He's got I think it's a little damage to the right side of it, but clearly didn't really hurt him all that bad. Man. Captain Save Fuel himself coming home with a stage win here tonight at Atlanta. They heard it in the driver's meeting. The 10th place truck has to cross the line before that caution flag will fly for the stage. They are instructed to keep racing until they see the yellow flag. Dalton got around Clemens Baker right before the stage ended. Interesting turn of events here on the first stage. How about this? 17 positions gained on the night. Last week's winner, the 55, Greg Mitchell. Now, he's the one that gave me the information about the fuel, so he was probably also clutching early to make sure he could save those extra couple laps. As you see, Kilrow and Mitchell hitting pit road now with nobody near them. I think maybe Clemens Baker might have ran out of fuel. He did. That's what happened. Baker ran out of fuel. He's getting a push. Well, we got a busy pit road here. And I imagine we're going to see 4 fresh tires and a full tank of go-go juice here for everybody on this set. What an interesting turn of events here for the first stage. We're going to go ahead and jump to a real quick commercial, see if I can't get the in-car cameras set up real quick. And we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000. What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt, or maybe your iris?
All right, I hate to cut that Savage Edge commercial short, but something interesting here. Dalton Kilrow out of fuel on pit road. Maybe a miscommunication with the pit crew. Not sure what's going on with the 14, but he is at a slow creep trying to get back to pit road. Wanted to give you guys the action. We don't like letting you guys missing anything here on TSP, of course. Do you see he is trying desperately to coast that thing back to pit road? Captain saved fuel. He saved the fuel to win the stage. But problems on pit road for the 14. That gives the lead over to the 55 of Greg Mitchell, now up 18 positions since the start of this race. Few drivers in front of him going to be getting the wave around. And it looks like the 55's electing to take the outside lane here on this restart. Especially here on stage number 2, pace car pulls down pit road. Mitchell fires them off. We're back underway, but get that remote and crank it up. Every time we get a caution. It never fails, ladies and gentlemen, I swear. All right, we got a first cause caution here on the speedway. Let's go back and see what happened. Looks like it might have been maybe a couple cars involved. Maybe let's go ahead and see it first before I say anything. So let's go ahead and watch. Taking a look at the, looks like George Cushman. Couple drivers here. Ooh, Cushman. Oh, Brett Wright involved. Oh, hard contact with the outside wall. Take another look at it. Let's pause. Let's take it back just a little bit here. Let's see if we can't get a far chase on this, kind of see what happened. We'll slow it down. Kind of go over it one by one. You see Wright's going to make a move to the inside. Here comes the, I believe that's the 60 of Matthew Kopp. They make a little contact right there. I think the 7 of Cushman realizes there's somebody to his outside, comes back down, gets into the right rear of the 54, sends him around. I mean, heavy contact with the outside wall for the 54, man. Heavy, heavy contact. Let's take a look at it one more time. Almost got airborne there. He really did almost get airborne. So driver who was up all leading the way. Man, that's a shame for the 54 of Brett Wright. Well, first cause caution of the evening. Garrett Mitchell still leads the way, lap 45 of 137. Next stage will end at lap number 70. It's a little under 30 laps. This is a chance for drivers to go ahead and save some of that fuel under caution, so they know they can make it to the end, which, I mean, with the last caution, they should be able to. It's only about a 2-lap difference. If they can do about 33, they, you know, couldn't really make it to 35. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye on everybody, see what the strategy is going to be, what is going to play out here tonight. But Greg Mitchell, last week's winner, up in position to win another one if he can maintain that lead and maintain the pace. I tell you what, though, I don't know what it is, if it's the broadcaster's curse or what have you, but I don't know why. It's every time we do a crank it up, they want to go wrecking each other. I don't get it. All right, everybody, thank you again for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night for the Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series by Cyber Thunder Racing League. We're here every Tuesday night. Hey, if you also would like to sponsor a race, I need you to get in contact with league owner Tom Richer. Helps pay for the broadcasting to keep this show alive. They are funded up until race number 12. So if you or a friend want to promote a business here on True Sim Productions, get your name out there, hit up Tom Richer. Looks like Mitchell's going to take the outside again here on this restart. Zala to his inside in second. How about Zala? Up 14 spots here tonight already. Now, we know the old adage, cautions breed cautions. Let's hope that is not the case here tonight. They put on a fantastic first stage. Let's see what happens here for stage number 2. Again, under 30 laps to go for stage number 2. But we got a total of 91 laps to go. So still a long way to go. Green flag back out in the air. Little wheel spin from Zala there on the inside. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on all night long here in Atlanta. It is notorious for causing wheel spin on these restarts. That allows Burnett to try and make a move on the outside for second. Oh, Zala squeezes his way up into second. That was a power move. I don't know if he got loose and had to run it up the track like that, but Man, that was close. I think Burnett kind of gave him a break right there. Not going to lie, at least from the angle we just saw it at. Jacob Zala going for the race lead here on lap 49 to the inside of the 55 of Greg Mitchell. Keeps it down low coming off turn 4. Mitchell has a run on the high side. Here comes Burnett. Burnett's going to go with the 55. How about Derek Paulson up in this mix as well, sitting there in 4th. I see Brett Wright. Brett, don't tell me you quit. Man, you could have got that thing fixed, got back out here. What are you doing? It's a tough break for me with fuel. Yeah, the fuel was a tough break. I'll give you that. And the wreck. Yeah, the wreck sucks. You were fast. You got another caution coming up. You could have got that thing fixed, got back up here, man. Come on now. Mitchell maintains the momentum on the high side, keeps Zala in his mirror for now. Still a long way to go, though, as we got about 20 laps before the end of stage number 2. Oh, caution flag out on the speedway. Got problems. Oh, big problems back here. It's Dennis Nickel up into the outside wall. Something happening to the 00, I would imagine. Well, we're gonna have to go back and see if we can't see what happened here. Yeah, there's problems here for, yeah, it's Dennis Nickel. Let me get it in a good spot here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it back to the main screen here. Take a look at we're riding with Scott Clemens Baker, but if you look at the truck right in front of him on the top side, that is Dennis. We'll watch what happens here. We'll slow it down just a little bit. Watch him get loose right here. He comes up the track, got a lot of wheel in it to not get it into the outside wall. Brushes the outside wall, comes off, and that's the end of it right there. Nowhere for Baker to go. I mean, he did a good job. A little bit of damage there, but nothing major. He can easily get that fixed, but let's ride with Nickel here. Just loops it in front of the field. Everybody else doing a really good job getting around him. Only a couple of drivers involved with that one. Clemens Baker, Dennis Nickel, Dustin Ping had shown got a 4X. What happened to Ping? Oh, the 35. Oh, wait, man, what was the 35 doing there? Gary Wright. Huh. That's interesting. Second cause caution of the evening. Greg Mitchell still the race leader. Got Brett Wright out in chat, says, gonna help out teammates spotting. That thing needed 5 minutes for repairs. Well, how you gonna get points if you just gonna put it on the hauler? Still got 90 some laps to go. However, I do respect you helping out teammate spotting. You didn't just dip out. I do respect that. And he says, I will say this Atlanta is way more fun than the old one. I think everybody would agree with you. I don't understand why NASCAR or whatever the track company is that owns Atlanta, that SM, whatever it is, I forget what it's called. Why they thought it was good. Now, did Atlanta need a repave? Sure. I mean, it was old, it needed repaved, but did it need to be changed? No, it didn't. It did not need to be turned into a super speedway. And I tell you what, I think there's a lot of people out there who will agree that NASCAR, unfortunately, is turning into the WWE. It's more entertainment than sport, and that's starting to become a problem. And they're going to lose a lot of fans that way. That's my 2 cents on it, at least. $21 people out in TV land watching. Greatly appreciate y'all tuning in to True Sim Productions. Genuinely, 3 away from 700. So if you guys know anybody, you want to share the stream out, help us out, man. TSP has come a long way in just a short 2 years we've been around. Always trying to pick up great leagues. I'm glad we signed on for Cyber Thunder to give them a broadcast. It is a great time broadcasting these races. These guys do put on a really good show every week. See Sala out there throwing up the 100. He agrees. And that's one thing. I don't know if anybody has tuned into other broadcasting networks out there for iRacing, but that is one thing we do. We do try to read the chat. I think it's kind of wrong that, you know, we're broadcasting a sim. I think we should be able to communicate with the fans as well. I notice a lot of broadcasting networks out there for iRacing do not talk to their chat, and I try to be above the rest. Let's put it that way. Well, I and the entirety of TSP, because I know Tanner, Chris, those guys, they do it as well. So something a little different. We love your interactions. We love your 2 cents. I did get in-car cameras up and running, but I don't think many people remembered that the link doesn't ever change. So guys, if you watch this back, the link for the in-car cameras every week along with the room name, it does not change. So you can use that same one every single week. Green flag back out in the air though. Here we go. A lot of wheel spin for everybody. A lot of wheel spin. But Greg Mitchell got away quick and in a hurry. Derek Paulson doing a good job on that restart as well. He's going to slide down in front of Sala there in the number 25. All out in chat says, and you do a great job. Thanks for that. I appreciate the kind words, man. I really do. I try to bring you guys one of the most realistic broadcasts for iRacing that I possibly can. I know there's some things that I still need to learn, but we're doing the best we can with what we got. A lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of everything has been put into this to make it what it is. So I greatly appreciate it. Side by side for second place, that's Jacob Zala there on the bottom. Derek Paulson with the run on the high side. Does Paulson have the momentum? Looking, not gonna go for it just yet. Took a peek to the inside of the 55 and Mitchell going for the lead, but he backs out of it. He's gonna stay right behind him. Ooh, another caution out on the field. But man, I was watching back there Rick Thompson, and I believe that was Jimmy Geikis in the 88. Man, was that close. He made that work. Again, I think that's another instance. Rick Thompson gave him a break there. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I sure did. Wow, that was close. Oh, man, no. Oh, we got a lot of people involved with this one. All right. Oh, that was after the caution flag was already out. That's Andy Cork. Shout out to Cork, by the way, number 41. Sponsoring tonight's race, Dixieland Delight 200. But let me see if I can't actually go and find. Oh, I'm watching it right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and get you back on the main. And I'll show you what I just watched. I think it might have just been a little impatience, a little misjudgment. Cardulo, right rear, and turned the 10 of Chris Dorsey around. Just gets into him right there. Dorsey tries to save it, comes down the track, and big time hit for the 60. That's Matthew Cobb. Oh man, who's that? Who is that? That's Dorsey, the 10. Yeah, you gotta hold your brakes there, Chris. What you doing, man? Got it there, got hit. And then I don't know. Oh, they got linked together. That's what it was. Okay. But right here he hits. Yeah, you gotta hold your brakes. You can't be coming down the track like that. I'm sure he was. We gotta give him a little crap though, right, ladies and gentlemen? You always do. It's all in good fun. Everybody did a really good job there. There's only a few drivers involved with that one. Matthew Kopp, honestly, aside from Chris Dorsey, got the worst end of this as we watch. That hit right there comes out of the grass. Look, he breaks that right front tire. That right front tire is done for on that number 60. He even ripped the whole right fender off of that truck. He's on pit road trying to get it fixed up. Man, what a shame. Well, I tell you what, this gives us a chance. We can go finish up that Savage Edge commercial real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Thank you, Corey Sherman at savageedge.com, ladies and gentlemen, or Savage Edge over on Facebook. They will put your name on anything. Got them re-racked and restacked, and it's time to fire off one more time here at Atlanta. Lap 61 of 137. We have a total of 77 laps remaining, but only about 9 or 10 before the end of the stage. Gonna be a little bit of a shootout here. Down to the restart zone. Mitchell fires them off. We're back underway. Everybody clean and clear this go around. Didn't see no wheel spin this time. Mitchell with a good restart. Same with the 99 of Derek Paulson. Stephen Burnett there up on the top side. Jacob Zala down on the bottom. Trying to make a run here for the third spot. Derek looks to the inside for first. Thought about it, thinks again, says, heck, I'm going to go for it. Battle for the race lead here in turn number 3 and 4. Out of 4, side by side for the race lead. Give it to Mitchell that time by. Paulson not able to clear him. Zala trying to follow suit though on the bottom. That number 25 machine. Still side by side for the race lead. Greg Mitchell up top. Carries the momentum down the back straightaway. Gets in front of Paulson. Paulson might have a, does that look like he has a little damage on that left side? Not too sure. Every driver in the top 5, ladies and gentlemen, has gained about 10 spots plus tonight. I want to point out. That's impressive. That's really impressive. That just shows you what patience can do. Ooh, saw that. Zala sliding up in front of the 88. That's Geikis. They're side by side back there. That's RT76 and Tom Richer behind the single file line. It's a battle for your 6th spot. Don't look now. How about this? Number 3 of Corey Sherman. Haven't talked about him a whole lot. Oh, problems. What do we got going on? What do we got going on? Who's that? Heinzman. Problems for Heinzman. He saves it. Great save out of Cody Heinzman. All I saw was a truck going down to the inside. Great save, man. Great save. Taking a look at the 88. He tried to slide up in front of RT76, but not able to get there. So you got Rick Thompson and Corey Sherman. They're probably going to try and work together a little bit right here. Not teammates, but they have raced around each other before. Couple more laps. We're going to end stage number 2. Sherman running that top line. Pretty much everybody moving up top, which is really interesting. A lot of drivers were thinking you were going to have to Kevin Harvick line it here tonight, right around the bottom. But everybody seems to be running that high side. Little gaggle of cars going on back here. As you see Sherman, he tries to go to the inside of Thompson. Here comes Harefield once again. Remember, Harefield started on the pole here tonight. Richard trying to look to the outside. He's got a big run. Oh, what a move. Kind of faked him out there. That was a good move by the 34. It made it look like he was going to go to the bottom. Slid it back up top. And now Richard going for that 7th spot. That was a really good move. Lap 69 of 133, or 137. Had to point that out. Greg Mitchell still leads the way. First stage went to Dalton Kilrose. Second might go to Mitchell. As long as he can hang on to it, because he's got Derek Paulson right behind him. He's got Jacob Zala, Stephen Burnett, Rick Thompson back there. All these drivers trying to make something happen. Last lap for stage number 2. Remember, the 10th truck has to pass the start-finish line. They got to keep racing. Out of turn 4, though, Mitchell going to take stage number 2. There it is. Congratulations to Greg Mitchell getting those stage points. He's going to need them, as he's got 2 wins on the season thus far. Sitting up at the top of the charts. Remember, if we were to go into Milwaukee tomorrow, that's what it's going to look like. Man. So a couple of cautions. Everybody seemed to calm down that run. The question is now, what are we going to see in terms of strategy? You're going to come get 4 tires. You're going to come get a full tank of fuel this run, or this time. There's no question about that. However, they can do about 33 laps on fuel. Right now, with the caution out, we got 66 laps to go. You can split that in half, 33 and 33. You may have to save 1-2 laps just to be safe. But the thing with that is, can you save enough just in case there's an overtime run? That's really the question. See Corey Sherman back there hitting his pit stall. Mitchell. Nice. Oh, somebody just blew up on pit road. Bang. If anybody from iRacing is watching this, can we get the towers and stuff on the tracks actually working. I don't know why it says all zeros like that. It's lap 0 out of 0 tonight, everybody. The 0 car is in every position. How about this? Greg Mitchell wins the race off pit road. Kind of think we saw that one coming. It's like maybe Corey Sherman gained a spot. Everybody pretty much stayed the same. I think Richard maybe lost 2. Matt Hamilton, who blew up. I think it was 08 of Reed Wyman. Sitting on pit road, he blew his engine. We've all done it, at least in practice, right? You see, you get to your pit stall, you get up, go use the restroom, grab yourself a drink, maybe a sandwich. You come back, you got a blown engine. The thing is, you don't want to do that during the race. Definitely don't want to be doing that during the race. Thanks for tuning in, Matt. Great to see you out there. Couple of drivers here going to get the waiver out. Looks like Jurgen Ping and who's the 35? Gary Wright. I almost got all you guys memorized. Almost. We're getting close. With 43 of you every week, it is difficult. And ladies and gentlemen, I think next week, as long as I have the time, I'm sure not many people know I'm an OTR truck driver. I'm only home Mondays and Tuesdays. I think we're going to go back to a 1080p format. I'm going to switch monitors around and stuff like that and see if we can't get a 1080p format going and get rid of this widescreen. Your input is valued, so if you want to keep it this way, we'll keep it this way, but we might switch back to a 1080p format, kind of shorten the screen up. It'll make the overlay just a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to read. Matt's out there saying anytime. Too bad I couldn't make it in time to get to the race. Hey, well, you know, there's always next week. Here we go. Last stage. Green flag is out. Everybody on fresh rubber. Greg Mitchell gets a heck of a restart. So we go barreling back down into turns 1 and 2. Derek Paulson also got a good restart as well. Here comes Burnett on the inside of Zala. They single file out rather quickly. Corey Sherman running that top groove. Has to slot in behind RT76. Corey goes down to the bottom, trying to get around Rick Thompson, slides back up to get behind him, almost into the outside wall right there. Paulson looking to make a move for the race lead. Here comes Zala to the inside of Burnett. That's for third. 3 wide back here behind him. Hines been back here in this mix. He's trying to make his way back up to the field. Out of turn 4, still side by side for the race lead. Give it to Mitchell that time by a nose. Paulson really trying to make that bottom lane work, but I just don't think it's enough to get the power down to be able to make that pass. Might have to try a slide job here. He's going to lose another spot to the 5 if he can't get off that bottom lane. And how about this bounce back? How about Dalton Kilrow? Ran out of fuel after winning the first stage. Came down pit road, miscommunication with the crew. Or I think his fuel guy was taking a hot dog break, but back up inside the top 10 is at number 14. After going pretty much a lap down, trying to look to the outside of Corey Sherman. Caution flag. Big one back here. Big one here in Atlanta. Caution flag out on the speedway. Big one at Atlanta. Dennis Nickel just went for a heck of a ride. All right, we got to go back. I don't even know where that all started. See if we can't find it. So there might have been some contact right here with Cardulo and them up into the wall right there. Yep. That's, I think, what initiated it. Let's go back and take another look. Take a look. We're on the far chase camera here of Cardulo. So 24 gets in the wall. Cardulo gets into the back of the 24. Really not much he could have done right there, to be honest. Right there, gets into the back of him, comes down, 24, boom, into Caldwell. Oh my God. Let's far chase with Dennis Nickel, because he comes in. Bam. And then just, I mean, like a top. You know, it's like Chevy like a rock, but this is Toyota, so I guess like a top. One more time from a different angle. Quite a few involved with this one. Man. Everybody went for a ride right there. Everybody be sure to tune in to Race Chatter on Sundays at, I believe it's at 11:30 or noon is when they start the show. Podcast, weekly podcast, where they go over every series broadcasted here on TSP every week. They have a top 10 countdown, which is pretty interesting to watch. That one might be in there. Oh, that being said, let's see here. We got about 55 laps to go. I'm actually kind of shocked. I don't know if it would have worked. I'm kind of thinking to myself here, ladies and gentlemen, you come down, you top off, you run a little bit longer than everybody else. You have the freshest tires by the end of the race, which is very beneficial here at a track like Atlanta. Greg Mitchell still leads the way. You got Burnett running second, Rick Thompson in third. Thompson up 10 positions since the start. He's got Paulson right behind him. Jacob Zala is falling back to fifth, having a good run though. Same with Corey Sherman and Dalton Kilrow back here. excuse me. Yeah, that's what I was going to take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, but you never know. Could be a quick caution. It looks like we are going to get back to racing here this time by, and it's going to be, I believe, 53 laps to go. Yeah, 53 laps to go when we take the green flag. So if you run another 33 at about 20 laps to go, but we've been out there for, oh Lord, I don't know, quite a few laps already. About 12. Which is just enough to start chewing the tires up. Green flag back out in the air. Mitchell fires them off. A little wheel spin out of a couple of drivers. Nothing too bad, though. Mitchell got a really good run there. RT76 fighting with Corey Sherman, almost 3 wide back there. Dalton Kilrow and them guys. Eric Anderson, I believe that was that's Harefield right there as well on the outside. Harefield trying to bounce back, trying to have a good night. I mean, just nowhere for a lot of these guys to go. You see Heinzman back there trying to make a move. He slides down to the bottom, trying to get around. That's Geikis there, the 88 up top. Bardulo trying to fight his way back up towards the front as well. But so far, it is still all the 55 of Greg Mitchell. Last week's winner at COTA, and winner is an understatement because he put on a clinic at COTA last week. Sherman looks like he got around Thompson. That was for 4th. Ooh, he had to really get out of the gas there. Almost up into the outside wall. Are they going to be 3 wide? They're going to be, oh boy, this ain't good. 3 wide coming out of the corner. Looks like Zala thought better of it. That was a smart move. That was a really smart move by the 25. He waited, puts himself back in position. He's going to get around the 76 of Rick Thompson here. That is a battle for the 5th position. Thompson's starting to go backwards on that bottom lane. Again, I'm actually surprised to see the top side working so well here tonight. This is not something you normally see in iRacing. Battle for the race lead here on lap 89. Burnett going to the bottom of Greg Mitchell. Look at Corey Sherman, man. He's trying to get up towards the lead here as well. Now he's to the inside of Derek Paulson for 3rd. Mitchell continues the lead. He's got the momentum up on the top side. Not by much, though, as we come to the quad oval. Burnett's actually gotten a run a couple of times here on that bottom line, or Burnett has. A lot going on back here. You see everybody slicing and dicing near the back, trying to gain some spots. Side by side, 2x2 for 1st through 4th. Every time, though, we come off the corner, watch this. Burnett has a good run, but Mitchell keeps that momentum from running the top side. Little electrical issue in that 25. Looks like he got it sorted out. Dalton Kilrow trying to make a move to the top side of him. What a move by Kilrow, almost up into the outside wall. Zala left him no room up there, and he's going to go around. Jacob Zala goes around off the nose of Dalton Kilrow. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened. We saw it kind of happen in real time. And I think it was just a little bit of a mistake out of the 25, just from where I'm trying to find the right place for you ladies and gentlemen, see what happened. So here we go. We're starting from when Kilrow gets that run on the high side. And he's got a good run. I mean, Zolo just left him no room up there, really. And then Corey comes up, and yeah, that's just a misjudgment. That's just a misjudgment call out of the 25. He comes up right off the nose of Kilrow. Let's see. We can even go back even further here. Let's watch it from start to finish, pretty much, because Kilrow had a really good run here going through the corner. Watch this. Look at the run he gets. I mean, he's there all day. Yeah, if 25 just kind of squeezes him into the outside wall, then he just comes up because he has such a run on Sherman and just was not clear. Unfortunately, was not clear for the 25. Everybody else doing a really good job. Looks like Zala pretty much did a 360 and kept it pushing. Not a whole lot of damage to either truck, I don't believe. Kilrow on pit road, trying to get that thing fixed up. Looks like he's also going to be taking tires, and you know, I think that's a good call. I do think that's a good call. There's a few drivers maybe trying to swing this strategy just a little bit. Drivers who weren't involved in the accident trying to come down and see what they can do with the rest of this race. But it can happen that quick, everybody. Just a little bit of a misjudgment. Spotter probably called cleared. 25 thought he was clear, and unfortunately he wasn't. So we go from this week, from Atlanta, the old Atlanta, the good Atlanta, as we all like to call it. We head to Texas Motor Speedway next week. Another little cookie cutter track. Kind of wish it was the older Texas, but because that newer Texas, I don't think anybody likes that track. But it's going to be interesting to see who can perform well at these, as we call them, cookie cutter tracks. Then we go to Kansas, and then one of my favorites, one of my absolute favorites, Darlington. That's going to be great. That is going to be a great race. Kansas should be really good as well. Then we go to North Wilkesboro, Charlotte, Road America. A lot of good tracks actually coming up here in the next few weeks. So if you're enjoying tonight's coverage here on TrueSim Productions, be back next week, 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. We go live because YouTube will only let me select times of increments of 15. We go live about 10 minutes, or I'm sorry, 5 minutes before practice is over. So about 7:55 is when the live actually starts, but you can come in, get your popcorn, get ready to go at 7:45. Make sure you like the video, helps us out a ton. I just double checked, we're 2 away from 700. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. And we will continue to bring you the coverage for Cyber Thunder Racing League, the Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. Things are heating up. They're only going to get hotter as the season goes on, especially once we get to Milwaukee and then playoffs start. Going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off again here at Atlanta. Pace car pulls up. Big gap back there. Geiges needs to close that gap a little bit there. Green flag back out in the air. That was a big gap. I think Geiges was trying to roll that start, but I don't know. That was a little bit of a little bit too big of a gap. Mitchell holds him off. How about Cardulo? He found his way back up here. Same with Heinzman. Cardulo making a move to the inside of Burnett. That's for second. Sherman hanging tough on the outside. He's trying to get around Burnett as well. Goes down to the bottom. Covers off his teammate Heinzman. Heinzman goes back up top. Cardulo looking for the race lead here in 3 and 4. Side by side for the race lead. Mitchell has the momentum. Give it to Mitchell once again, that time by. Cardulo might have him clear here. He tries to slide up. I think 55 gave him a break there as well, man. They have been really, really touchy with that. They got to watch. We've seen what can happen. New race leader on lap 98, though. Cardulo. Back down to 1 and 2. You see Heinzman up top, trying to get a good run on the 5. He's there all day. What a power move by the 28 to get himself back up into 3rd. 2-for-1 specials. We got another caution out on the speedway. Oh, we got a big one here. Is that Cork? Andy Cork, tonight's sponsor, involved. Have to go back and see what happened. Let's see here. Oh, he just gets loose. Gets loose, gets into the 101. Both of them with heavy damage. Gets loose, comes on the track, and yeah, man, that 101 went for a little ride. That's gain 4th. Woo! Oh, man, did anybody see, who was that? That was a 24, wasn't it? Look at this. Man, I'll tell you what. I bet Christy Rose is lucky he wore a brown fire suit. He gonna need it after that one. Wow. Say busy pit road here now. Cardulo stayed out, I think. Yeah, Cardulo stays out. Everybody else came down pit road. That gets him off sequence, everybody else. We only got 37 laps to go. Realistically, you could make it from here, though. Rick Thompson, who last pit on lap 100. He's the first driver out. Everybody else did pit on lap 100. But what can Brown do for you? That's exactly it. It'll make you not be embarrassed after the race after a moment like that. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Back live here on True Sim Productions, getting ready to take the green flag once again. Landon Cardullo electing to take the outside lane. And I tell you what, everybody, if you're in the market for a house on the Outer Banks, we all know that housing market prices are a little high. You need to talk to that man right there, RT76, Rick Thompson. He said he'll get you the best price. Gonna be 34 laps to go. Here we go. Green flag back out in the air. Cardullo with a good start, and Harefield, he got a good start as well. Put him up to second. Remember, Cardullo did not pit. These guys are going to be flying by him anytime now, I imagine. I don't know how he can maintain the lead like that. We had a couple of drivers take fuel only though. First person on fresh. Oh, Corey Sherman's going to go around. Oh, the bad luck continues for the number 3. I tell you what, there was a lot of people involved with this one. Go to the far chase. Let's see if we can't bring it up. That's Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant's just going to kind of run him out of room. That's really what it looked like. I mean, let's even back it up and we can slow it down again. It looks like Sherman's got a really good run. I mean, he's almost there, almost there. And it's like as soon as Corey gets there, the 20 starts to come up and just kind of runs the 3 right up out of room. 47 of Caldwell, he's involved. I believe that's Caldwell. No, it's Dufton. I apologize. Man. The 65 out of nowhere. Bam! That's Jackie Brannon. Hard on the brakes, trying to avoid it. What in the world happened behind him? What? They just said, hey, I want a piece of this. Oh, the 97. Who's the 97? Michael Murphy Jr. Tries to avoid it, comes down into Geikis. Bam. Well, this helps guys who didn't pit last caution, I guess, because now pretty much everybody who pit now got 4 fresh tires. They can make it to the end. that whole thing, cautions breed cautions. I was not expecting 9 cautions. Well, -2 for the stage, so 7 cause cautions here tonight. I was not expecting that at Atlanta. The trucks do provide real close, tight, hard racing. Well, that handed the race lead over to Harefield. RT76 kind of got lucky. He maintained second. Paulson back there in third. Heinzman back up to fourth. Jurgen up there in the top 5. I haven't talked about him all night. Greg Mitchell led a bit of this race. He's in sixth. Looks like Rick Thompson's ready to go. He's trying to double file it up already. Same with Heinzman. They're ready to go. I think Harefield might be taking. Now, this would be interesting. He'd be the first driver all night on a restart to take the inside lane. That outside is fired off well all night long. The thing is, though, too, we had guys come down, got fresh tires. We know they can make it because we're under 33 laps to go. But with this caution, this allowed guys who pit on lap 100 to be able to save that fuel. See Caldwell, he's back here, or not Caldwell, Cardullo. He's back in the 12th spot. How about this? 25 spots gained on the night. Amanda Sherman running in 12th. Love to see it. Pace car pulls off one more time. Green flag back out in the air. Good launch for Harefield. Again, surprising to see on that inside lane. Wasn't expecting him to get that kind of a jump off the inside groove because look, Rick Thompson actually kind of slow. See, Heinzman really trying to push him. They lost a spot to Paulson. Oh, Rick Thompson sent it down into the corner. Almost got into the back of the 99. Cross the line. We got 27 laps to go. They stay green. They're going to fly by. A little wiggle out there in the back. Cardullo and who's that behind him? Ray Richer. Thompson is all over the back bumper, that number 99. Looks like Jurgen may have gotten up out of the groove right there. I think that's Mitchell back here in this Calamity. Leading it at least. He's trying to get back up towards the front. I mean, give it to Harefield, though, man. He's been up and down all night long. Finds himself back up in the lead right where he started. Starting to pull away just a little bit, 25 laps to go. I don't know if Thompson and Paulson are maybe trying to work together. Maybe trying to kind of draft a little bit to get to the back bumper of that 18. Now they got Heisman with them. They might be able to make something happen if they can stay hooked together like that. Kind of work together to get that lead taken away. Then race it out on their own once the laps start to tick down. Cardulo is making moves, though. Remember, he pit on lap 106. He's got 4 fresh tires underneath that 38 machine. Say Heisman, he got 4 fresh tires as well. He can't really afford to wait. As he sees that 38 coming in his rearview mirror, he's going to have to start making moves. As he does, he goes to the inside of Thompson. Now to the inside of Paulson. And just like that, 2-for-1 special. Cody Heisman up to second. 23 laps to go. Still side by side with Paulson as we go back down into 1 and 2. Here comes Cardulo, though, on them fresh tires. That's the thing. Heisman really has to be careful. He doesn't want to burn him up too bad because Cardulo still has to fight around a couple of cars. Cardulo side by side with Paulson for the 3rd spot. Even Mitchell's starting to make a run back up towards the front. Up on that high side. Heisman goes back down to the bottom. He's all over the back bumper of that 18. Cardulo now up to 3rd. Now Harefield was a fuel-only stop on lap 100. Heisman's trying to go to where he's comfortable, back up on the top side. Got a good run here. Man, the 18 just squeezed him into the wall. 28, I know, probably going to be a little frustrated with that one. That's happened to a couple drivers tonight. As you see, here comes Cardulo. $20 laps to go. Harefield will just not let up. Heisman tries to squeeze him just a little bit. Says, hey, you're going to do it to me, I'm going to do it right back. And that's good, hard racing. This is a great battle up here at the front. Heisman's got to sling it down into the corner, try and slide job that 18. If he overdrives the entry, he could probably get it. He's going to do it right here. Slides up in front of the 18. New race leader, Cody Heisman, 19 laps to go. Cardulo now has to do the same thing. Heisman's changing up his line a little bit. Now running the bottom. Oh, whoa, 2 into the outside wall, 3 to the outside wall, caution. Ed Jurgen, Richard, Mitchell, all involved. Oh, this just made things way more interesting. So we got to go back and see what happened. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. What do we got? I don't know about that one, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to use the word. You know, everybody on TSP who watches knows I hate to use this word, but the problem is that neither driver really moved here. I mean, you watch that seam. I mean, I guess Richard comes up, and right there is where they make contact, quote unquote contact. I think netcode played a little bit in this one. As much as I hate to say it, it's not real egregious netcode. I tried to not say netcode because most of the time there is like there's that little gap sometimes, but one driver moves more than the other. I think this is the one case where we are going to have to say netcode, because really they're both flown off the corner naturally. And it's really hard to tell. I think netcode actually played a part in this one, to be truthful. They go down in the corner here. You watch that seam. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Watch the seam. Mitchell stays put. Richard stays put until they start coming off the corner. Naturally, both of them are. And iRacing just says, nope, you're going to make contact. Yeah, that one, unfortunately, I mean, you could label it, again, I hate to say this one too, but racing incident, to be honest. Ooh, Heinzman and Cardullo pit. Mitchell. He got the worst of it. Actually, we got to go back and see. There was more that happened with that we didn't really take a look at. So let's go back. Let's take another look at it. Let's kind of go from TV2 here. Yeah, big wreck because Jurgen got involved. Heavy damage for the 55 and the 34. Both of those drivers having a really good run. That is just... Cuddy always seems to slide close to or in the podium somehow. Cuddy's a good driver. I will give him that. He's a very good driver. This puts Brian and Chris Dorsey 1-2. But Heinzman right behind him, pit on lap 120, fresh rubber. All right, we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off with 14 laps to go here at Atlanta. If you didn't make a bet, make it now. Pace car's off. Here we go. Good launch for the 9. Heinzman got a good launch as well. You see Cardullo not trying to waste any time, gets around the 10. And now around the 9, Heinzman to the point. A lot of these drivers are on fresher tires. Derek Paulson out of shape there. I think he clipped the apron. Had to chase it all the way up the racetrack. Everybody doing a good job to knock it into him. But here comes Cardullo. Battle for the race lead. 13 to go. Heinzman's not going to give it up easy. Almost a little contact there as they come off the corner. You see Heinzman kind of runs him up. He says, you want to run that high lane, you go run the high lane. Oh, if it's side by side the whole way, that's going to be insane. I think Heinzman's best bet is to kind of, I hate to say it, let off and get back up to that top lane. See, oh, man. They're getting real close to each other there. I don't know if that was a little smoke in 1 and 2 or not. Not sure. Here we go. Heinzman is going to get back behind him. Now, this is what I was going to say. I think he needs to get back up that high lane, build that momentum up, but now Cardullo goes back down to the bottom. There's still 12 to go, though. Cardullo could burn those tires up. Heinzman could just be playing a little bit of cat and mouse right now. Only time will tell. Here we go. Little mistake out of the 38, and here comes Heinzman back to the bottom. I just noticed the 38's got Long John Silver's on the hood of his car. Does anybody even still eat there? Do they even still exist? He's got Boot Barn on the back of his car. That's cool. I like Boot Barn. Got my double H's from there. Side by side, a little bit of contact here. 10 laps to go. Good battle for the race lead here. Hairfield's about a second behind these guys. If they keep fighting, he might be able to gain some ground on them, make it a three-way battle for the lead. Solid says, oh, heck yeah, just last Friday. Okay, they don't really have a whole lot of them up here. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I don't really see a lot of them on the west side of PA, so, all right, fair enough. Cardullo back to the point. Fish Witch is superior. Kyle Wimble, thanks for chatting, buddy. Good to see you out there. Heinzman's kind of changing up his line a little bit, kind of deviated from that bottom. Or top, I mean. Ran the top most of the night. He's trying something different. Look at the long arc he's taken, too. And they're super high, cuts it down all the way to the bottom, lets it roll out of the corner. He's got to try everything he can here. 7 laps to go. We're going to keep a camera on these two. Could it be a classic Atlanta finish? Could Cody just be kind of messing with them right now? Cardullo's starting to pull away. Not by much. Heinzman changes up his line. Back to the back bumper. I think that was a good move out of Heinzman. Six laps to go. Now 5. Heinzman back to the top. He's going to have a good run here down the back. Looks to the inside once again. Oh, almost little contact. Heinzman had the advantage just for a second. 4 laps to go. And hits, oh, little door bang right there. Nothing too crazy. But now Cardullo's in the preferred line in 1 and 2. Heinzman's got to slide. Oh, he has to leave a broom. Oh, boy. Here we go. Three to go. Heinzman's got to change his strategy. We got a lap car ahead of him. Do the standing shuffle. What do you mean do the standing shuffle? It's just the top 20. Yeah, when people pass each other too, yeah. Popsicle 6 in the air, 2 laps to go. Another lap car ahead of him. Cardulo takes Cody's line away in 1 and 2. Cody's there on the bottom. Oh, this is gonna get good. Michael Murphy Jr. is running 32nd right now. Heinzman to the bottom once again. He's there every time, but can't complete it. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Heinzman has to run the top here. He doesn't have a choice. He's giving it all he's got, scrapes the wall a little bit. He's got the momentum down the back straightaway. I think Landon might have it though. They go back down into 3 and 4. Side by side. What's gonna happen? Out of turn 4, it's gonna be Landon Cardulo holding off Heinzman, taking home the win here tonight in Atlanta. And Cyber Thunder does not disappoint once again. What a finish. Up and down night for Cardulo, man. Very up and down night. He's gonna burn it down. Looks like, I think that's his teammate there. But Zala, you didn't win. Get out of my camera shot. Go celebrate in Discord. I tell you what. Let's go ahead and start post-race interviews. Let's start with 3rd place. All right, enough is enough there, Zala. Go back to pit road. Let's start with 3rd place. That's Chris Harefield. Started on the pole tonight, Chris. Come home in 3rd. You had a pretty up and down night along with the top 2. Kind of fell back, kind of came back up to the field. Walk with your race, and did you think you maybe had anything for them guys there at the end? Seems like they pulled away on you.
Yeah, appreciate it, Sam. Yeah, it was a roller coaster of a night for sure. You know, starting on the pole, and pit strategy got me again on the stage break there. I pitted a little bit, couple laps too early, and it caught me a lap down, so I had to go tail end and, you know, battle my way back through there. Luckily, kept the truck clean the whole time, and we got back up there. Once Cody and Landon got to running pretty hard, I kind of just laid off of it, trying to save just a little bit in case we had a late race caution, but it was green to the end, so.
So what was your preferred line tonight? We kind of seen everybody kind of moving around all over the place. Kind of seen you up high, down low. Where'd you want to be tonight to try and make those passes happen?
I'd like to be up top. You just get so much momentum off the corners here, especially on the older tires. And if you could get to the corner of them coming up off the corner, you had to run down the backstretch. But, you know, it didn't work out like that every lap.
I tell you what, you had a really good race tonight. Let me pull up, because I think you're doing pretty well in the points. So you're sitting 3rd in points, so that's going to help you out tremendously coming home in 3rd here tonight. Who you got to thank on number 18 tonight for making it all happen?
Well, first, I'd like to thank Cyber Thunder for putting on the show as always. True Sim Productions for broadcasting and doing a great job every week on that. Also, like to thank Andy Cork for sponsoring the race with the Dixieland Delight 200 tonight. It was fun, and it's a great group of guys. As you see, we got a full field again this week, and just keep the Toyota moving forward and stay where we need to be.
That's all you got to do, man. Again, you're in good position in the points right now, so hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
All right, Sam. Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Number 18 of Chris Harefield coming home in third position. Well, he gave it his best shot. Just couldn't quite get there, but let's talk to him anyway. It's Cody Heinzman, number 28. Cody, another good race between you two. But you come home second. Kind of walk me through it, man. You ran the top line all night long, and I think Cardullo figured that out there at the end. What do you think?
Well, in that last run, I had been biding my time a little bit, just kind of seeing what was working, playing around with different lines and trying different things. And I figured, when he first got to me, I figured the low line would have been the preferred because he had carved his way through the field on the bottom. I had carved my way through the field in the later half on the bottom. In the first half, it was the top, but I started to regret that about halfway through. So I figured, yeah, I'll give him the top and we'll kind of go from there. But I guess the run wasn't long enough for him running the top to really hurt his tires come the finish. And I had one move planned out. I had tested it with 3 or 4 laps to go. I had gone high line through 1 and 2, got a crazy run, got beside him on the backstretch, and I was timing it or paying attention to where we were at the line, and I had a nose ahead at the line. So I figured, okay, that's my move, because at 1 and 2 he's gonna come back around me on the outside going down the back. So I bided my time. I waited on the final lap. I was going high in 1 and 2. He just had the perfect line to kind of block the air, so I couldn't really get a really good run down the backstretch, and all I could do was just try and send it and hope it's stuck. And I sent it and it stuck, but it wasn't enough. So he was due a win. I mean, he's been fast every race he's been here, so that was definitely coming. And in our battles, we're now 1-1, so that probably won't be the last time.
Well, I tell you what, you guys didn't disappoint once again here. Maybe a cookie cutter track. I love the old Atlanta, but you guys put on a great show and gave us a great finish. You're second in points right now, so this is definitely going to help you with Mitchell having the night he had. How do you feel going forward into next week at Texas? Kind of the same style track.
Yeah, I like the 1.5 miles in really any car. It feels like the most, stock car, the most NASCAR type of way to race to me. It just feels so natural at these kind of tracks, and it's always a great time. So excited for the next 2 weeks, and with the points, that's just what I do best, I guess, is the points race. And I think I have like the most stage points this season or something so far. So with a really short or really small 10-man playoff grid and 43 car field, 6 races in, that's definitely going to pay off. So keep clicking off the good finishes, and we're bound to get a couple more wins.
All right, man. Well, hey, who you got to thank on that 28 for making it all happen tonight?
Well, shout out to all the TNA guys as always. We had kind of some bad luck with all 3 of my teammates today getting involved and stuff, but either way, shout out to them. Always fun to race with them. Shout out to you, Sam, for doing the broadcast. You do a great job. Excited to go watch that back, and shout out to my wife and grandparents who always watch this as well.
All right, man. Well, hey, second in points, probably going to gain a few tonight. We'll hopefully talk to you next week. That was Cody Heinzman, driver of the number 28, ladies and gentlemen. Great job, great run, putting on a fantastic show for us. The other driver on the other end of that is the number 38 of Landon Cardullo, coming home with the win here tonight at Atlanta. Landon, I tell you what, you had an up and down night pretty much just like everybody in the top 3. You found your way back up towards the front with a little bit of strategy. Those last few laps, now, I asked Cody, because he was normally running the high line there in 1 and 2. Did you kind of pick up on that? Were you trying to block that? Walk me through those last 5 laps.
Oh, man. He definitely had me sweating for sure. I was watching him, kind of seeing what he was doing, and again, he was running the top lane. And I got lucky enough to where I can hold the bottom on those fresh tires on that last restart. And I was able to get kind of below him a little bit, but have that run at a 4, which I jumped up to the outside, and I know he couldn't come up because I was already there, and I just held that top lane the whole time. I know I cut down to the bottom a little bit, and he definitely got me on the run because he chose a different line, but oh yeah, I'm surprised I held him off. He's fast.
I was gonna say, you sound like you're a little out of breath there. But no, seriously, I mean, great race out of the number 38 tonight. You did have to work your way back up to the field, kind of got involved in a couple incidents. What was it like for you working your way up to the field? What was kind of your mentality when you were doing that?
Yeah, it was, you know, you just got to stay focused on type of these things. You know, we started off the race in a good starting spot, qualified second. I think we were all kind of banking on the car to get loose, but we really weren't banking on the fuel strategy. So I kind of felt that I already wasted enough fuel to where I wasn't able to save for that first stage. So I had to come down pit road, which set us back. Luckily, I knew a few guys up front ran out of fuel, so I wasn't one of them. And then we played different strategy, took tires in the middle of stage 2, and I was on the outside and kind of just came up a little too fast on somebody, and I spun him out, and that's fully on me, and I feel bad, but kind of rebounded after that. End of stage, finished I believe 22nd, and then had somebody slam the wall in front of me on the front and come across my nose, so that scared me a little bit. But all in all, great race, very fun. This, you know, racing with these guys is super fun, and you know, everybody puts on a great show every week, especially Cody. You know, I know we had our little event finish at Auto Club, so it's cool to race him again. But other than that, I'm ready for more.
All right, man. Well, hey, who you got to thank on that number 38 for bringing home this win tonight?
Yeah, I gotta thank my friends, Jacob Zoller, Logan Truitt. Logan wasn't able to make it tonight, but he was spotting for us. Jacob, he's my main. He's like a brother to me. His dad, Pops, he's up in the chat watching. Huge support from him. Love him like a father. And just you up in the broadcast and Tom, you guys put on a great show every single week, and I'm just blessed to be a part of this.
Well, hey, Landon, I won't keep you too much longer. Go celebrate that win, and hopefully we can talk to you again next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was your race winner, ladies and gentlemen, Landon Cardullo in the number 38. And, man, you know, Cody and him put on a great race at Auto Club. Cody came out on top. A little bit of redemption here for Landon this go-around. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. This was one great race, I'm not going to lie. It started off a little rough, but, you know, that happens sometimes. It's not a big deal. Get your race results up on the screen here. Next week, we go to Texas Motor Speedway, so don't miss that one. We'll be live at 7:55 p.m. Link will be up. It says 7:45, but stream goes live at around 7:55. Again, congratulations to Landon Cardullo taking home the win tonight. Cody Heinzman in second, Chris Harefield in third. I do want to shout this out. Dustin Ping finished fourth, up 20 spots tonight. So great run out of Dustin, and your top 5, Derek Paulson. And hey, how about this? Even Amanda Sherman down there, she got an 18th finishing position. That's a good job for her. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun night here at Atlanta. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's coverage of the Dixieland Delight 200, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.